What is going on, guys, and welcome back to JBLR Gaming. It's been a minute, but we're officially back, and we're coming at you today with a new game. It's only been out a little bit, so we're going with Dovetail Euro Fishing. As you can see, it's up on the screen right now, and we are going to show you basically not a first look. It's been out a while. I'm sure you've seen other videos on it, but we're going to show you basically the basics and stuff and what the game's about and things like that. So it pretty much is a first look, but a little bit later. So we're going to jump into it. On the screen, I thought I'd bring it up just to show you the game's $14.99 in pounds, but I don't know what that translates to in dollars and stuff like that. But as you can see, you can't see the price up on my screen because I've already purchased it. I've played it for about a week, and I've got used to it and stuff like that. But I thought I'd bring it up just so you can have a little read while I'm talking to you guys, and I'm going to scroll through this little bit here for you to see. So there's plenty of broadcasts going on, plenty of game clips you can look at, but basically I'm just going to quickly read this through to you. Eurofishing immerses you deep into the adrenaline-packed action, fun and beauty of Europe's most famous lakes. Master your rod, line and tactics, and refine your technique to become a top angler. This is the closest you can get to real fishing from the comfort of your own sofa. Welcome to the great indoors. And when it says it's close you can get to real fishing, guys, in terms of is it worth the $14.99 price tag, is it realistic enough? Definitely 100% yes, it's realistic. It's the most realistic fishing game that I've ever played on a console, and it really is realistic, which you will see soon as we get into the game if you haven't already seen it. But anyway, the next part says whether you're fishing beginner, angling, pro, Eurofishing accurately and authentically replicates the feeling of actual fishing using your own unique physics-based casting and reeling system. Total cast control. Basically, guys, the difference between total cast control and not total cast control is total cast control is more realistic. Basically, you have to cast with your right thumbstick while holding the line. If you're an angler, you'll understand what I mean by holding the line and then coming back, casting, and having to let go of your line. So that's total cast control, which you'll see. When you're not using total cast control, it's a little bit easier. You get like a power bar, what you'd get with most games, so like bowling games and stuff like that. On what is it, the Nintendo Wii? If you remember that game, you had like a power bar. You can, when you play golf and stuff like that, you see how hard you're hitting it. So that is basically the sort of power bar. It goes from like green to red, and that's your cast. But I personally use total cast control. I'm a bit of a keen angler myself. I'll be a fishing myself, not as much as I'd like to, but basically I know the basics, and I'm sure if there's a lot of anglers out there that have played this game, then you also know the basics. But basically what we'll do now is carry on reading through this. So basically start by learning the basics of casting with in-game tutorials and dive straight into the 5 unique European locations such as Digger Lakes, the famous St. John's Lake at Linear Complex. That's the full name, the Linear Complex, over at the fishery. The lake on there is the one actually who fished the most, and that's all I'm going to fish for you guys today because I know a good spot that I'm constantly getting good fish out of, so I want to show you, and I think it's the best place for me to show you that. So anyway, each posing their own unique challenge to land the big catch. Using advanced AI and customizable environmental effects, fish respond to water temperature, time of day, weather conditions and baits as they do in real life. And I can't envy how true that is, guys. Sometimes I've sat there for 15-20 minutes and had nothing, moving spots, using different baits and nothing because of the time of day or because it was raining. It's crazy how it works. It really is realistic. It's more on the base of like a simulator style of game, but not at the same time, if you can follow what I mean. But anyway, spot fish shows before casting onto the right area, a preset peg called the lake bank. Basically what that means, guys, is if you haven't played this game yet, but I'm sure a lot of you have, you can choose a peg, or you can just walk around with a rod in your hand and cast from different parts of the bank. Basically it's called stalking, where you can just drop a bait into the bushes and alongside the margins and just try and tip off a fish by, if you see them you can slowly drop it in, and it pretty is basically stalking. It's really realistic, and if you don't fancy sitting at a peg all day, you can do some of that. So anyway, where am I? I've lost my way. Oh yeah, customize your angling equipment for the best chance of landing a catch. In Euro fishing, you can fish by yourself or compete against friends, opponents in single player or hosting multiplayer tournaments, tracking and comparing catches in real time. That's why it's called, guys. Basic cast control. That's the one with the power bar. I won't read through that because I can basically tell you, like I just told you, it's green to red on a power bar, and that's basic cast control. Total cast control is the full physics, like it says there, of a base casting system where you have to bring the rod back, hold your line, and let go at the same time. Intelligent fish AI. The battle of wits between fish and angler come to life with intelligent AI. Competition and tournaments challenge your friends in a multiplayer tournament and compare catches in real time or compete against AI when hosted tournaments. The stunning locations, 5 unique venues await every fisherman, including real venues such as Digger Lakes and the famous St. John's Lake at Linear Fisheries, all recreated in magnificent detail. Dynamic weather and time of day, and pretty much, you guys, I'm sure you know what that is. You know, basically the time goes through the day and the weather changes basically. Tackle box, select the right angle and equipment for your best chance of landing the big catch. Choose from a wide range of rods, reels, rigs, baits and thousands of possible combinations. Watercraft, basically learn, I'm going to shorten this down a little bit, basically learn the water, you know, look for the best place, look where there's shoals, look where there's bubbles to find a fish. That's watercraft, basically getting to know the water before you actually pitch up and get your rods out there. Cutting edge technology, basically using the latest Unreal Engine 4 graphics technology. Eurofishing looks and feels as close to the real thing, and guys, I can't envy how much real that is. You're going to see it in a minute, but how really it does, it's really is realistic, you know, with the dynamic of you will catch, you might not catch. That's just the beauty of fishing. Sometimes it's annoying, but you know, basically it's the way it goes, man. Created by experts, that bit there I'll let you read yourself, and it's just basically who created it and alongside the guys who are partnered in creating the game and developing and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, so if you've read that a little bit there, it's a super fun game. Like I said, it's $14.99. The loading screen takes a little while to load up, so I've already took the time to load the game. If you come out of the store, you will find it in new releases. If you guys look for it, go to your store and go to new releases, and that's where you'll find it. So I'm going to come out the store and go straight into the game. There's me. I'm an experienced carp angler, no, an apprentice carp angler. I weren't reading it properly, then I was looking at the window instead of my screen, because I'm trying to make sure there's not too much background noise in the video, because I got the window open because it's super hot right now. Anyway, I'm level 8. I've got 400 tackle points left. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Let me just click up my rank 8. Okay, if we go across to the tackle box, basically that is my tackle box that I'm using most of the time now. Oh, there we go. We have that tackle box. We have tackle box 1, which is that one. Basically it's like a bit of a float waggler, a few different baits, some white bread flakes, quarter sweet corn, crusts and some dumbbells, with the rods being different. I think you can see the rods, but with tackle box 2 it's a lot heavier rods, you know, there's more, basically targeting a lot bigger fish, catfish, stuff like that. So that's pretty much me. I'll go across to the tackle shop. This is me in the middle, as you can see. And each section, like if you look at the top left section, that's the coarse fishing section. Top right section is match fishing. The bottom left is carp, and bottom right is the stalking, which I was telling you about. And each one holds their own different section of things that you need to use and things you can buy, like heavier rods. And TP, as you see, that's the tackle points. At the minute I've got 400, but when you first start you won't have all this stuff. You unlock it as you catch more fish and get more tackle points. Like say if I brought this reel here, which is already owned anyway, you've already got that, but if you bought that reel, then you then unlock like this and this. It sort of goes, as you unlock more, you unlock even more that's next to it and stuff like that. So that's how it works. But anyway, let's get into a quick game. We're going to go into, I'll quickly show you the academy. Actually I've already done it, but if you do the academy when you first start the game, even if you know the basics of fishing, the academy is good because it gives you a few tackle points. As you can see, I've only got 50 for each one, but you do get a lot more. That's because if I want to do it again, obviously the points go down. So take on the academy, guys. It's a lot of fun, you know. It's just a few lessons. It's what, 5 lessons and you earn some tackle points to buy yourself some new bait and stuff like that to get yourself out there fishing. So let's go into freedom fishing. And these are the 5 lakes you have. You've got the observatory. I don't know actually how you pronounce that, but I think it's Lorraine or Lorena or something like that. But that's in France. You got Digger Lake in England, St. John's Lake, England, and Gressa del Monte Bravo over in Spain. We're gonna go to St. John's, like I said, because I know a good spot. I'm not gonna drag it out too long. Let me just check my tackle box. I've got everything I need. Yeah, okay. So the settings, we'll drag it out for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so on the video. Hopefully we'll see how many fish we get. If we can get 2 or 3 fish so I can show you guys, then it's a bonus. Okay, 1 day equals 1 hour. Keep that as normal. Okay, hit play. We're gonna go into linear fisheries. The best thing about this is when you come onto the map, which I'll show you in a minute, this loading screen doesn't take as long as the one actually loading the game, which is why I previously loaded it, because it takes a little while when you load up the game. It takes a good 2 to 3 minutes for the game to load, and I didn't want to sit there with you guys just watching the screen out, so I already loaded the game. But this part, once it loads up, it shows you the peg location around the lake and stuff like that, and I'll show you the boards once we get where we're going, and I'll show you how you can fast travel to a different part of the lake pretty quickly, so just wait for it to load up. There we go, St. John's Lake. As you can see, that's the layout of the lake. Each one of these is a fast travel board here to different parts of the lake. The little, I think they look like a little tents or so. They're pegs around the lake. We're going to go up to this corner here, and you just press A, and there we go. It's 7:09, so it's still pretty dark. These are the boards I was on about to, guys. These boards here. Sorry about that, I was just looking at my laptop screen. It seems to be jumping a little bit. Hopefully it's not the case on the video. Okay, yeah, so these boards here, as you can see, press A to quick travel. Press that, it'll take you back to the screen. Y is your inventory, basically your baits, and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, it's not wasting your time. So head down to the peg. If you press your right trigger while walking, it gets a bit of a sprint and it walks a little bit faster. Okay, we're going to use this spot here, just on the corner. I'm going to come to this spot because it's a spot that I've used a couple of times since I've been playing in the last 2 days or so, and I've been pulling some big catfish and some big carp out of here, so hopefully that's the case. Right, rod 1. In realism, guys, just quickly I'll show you, as you can see, you have your bite alarms, which you'll see going off, and you'll see them flashing when we get a bite and stuff like that. You have your little bivvy, which is basically a fishing tent, your little bucket of bait, and your little tackle box and bag and stuff like that. So anyway, let's jump into this. Press your inventory, go across. We're going to put on the blowback rig size 6, and we're going to drop on an activate boilie 15mm on rod 1. Then hold your left trigger, as you can see, clicks up the line, bring it back with your right thumbstick. See if I can master this first time. It is a bit of a bitch to get used to. Sorry, I'm just watching the screen again. It seems to be jumping a little. But the further you bring it back, bring the rod back straight forward and let go of the line. That weren't too bad. 30 yards. Your D-pad obviously controls your drag and how tight your line is. Look, as you can see, it's going up 12, 14, 16. I'm going to leave it at 14. Press A, put the rod down. Get number 2 out. Right, inventory. Blowback rig size 6. We'll leave the high vis pop up on this one. What I tend to do is use 3 different baits at the start, and the one that is pulling the most fish, I'll switch all the rods to that and see how that goes, and then hopefully pull in more fish. As you can see, guys, number 1's just gone. There you go, you can see the bite alarm flashing, and you can see it running out over there in the lake. Right, rod selection, I'm going to pick it up, hold it down, hold the left trigger. Number 2 just ran as well, and straight up. Oh, it's come off. It had already come off, hadn't it? I just weren't paying attention. Okay, let's go for number 2. Alright, here we go. We're into a fish already, so I'm going to back it up to 22 to get a bit of resistance on it. I'm just trying to bring this fish in. Hopefully I can land it and show you guys. It doesn't feel too big at the minute, it seems to be coming in quite quick. As you can see in the bottom left corner, the distance is basically how far your rod's out, obviously. Not your rod, basically your bait, how far the bait's out into the lake. The depth, I think the one on the left, I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on it, but actually it's got a bit of a bend. The depth, the 5.1, as you can see, I think that's how deep the bait is, and the blue bit is actually how deep the lake is. Like once it's on the bottom of the lake, that's how deep it is. I think that's how it works. And the blue bar you can see raising by the drag is basically the resistance on the reel and the line. If you get it to the top, I don't know if I can quickly show you, but I don't want to lose the fish. Yeah, it goes to like an exclamation mark, and that's where you have to like let some line out, drop the drag a bit, otherwise it's going to snap. So let's just keep reading it, trying to get the fish in. I've actually forgot that these are new reels. I brought these new reels yesterday, and I haven't used them yet. It's the first time I'm using them, so come on. The realism as well, guys, is see how the fish is running into them weeds. You've got to try and hold them out of them weeds by reeling and pulling to the opposite direction, because if you let them go into the weeds, stuff like it will snap you off, and it can snap you off under the water. So many times I've been snapped off and trying to do a weed bed, hit snags and all that. So the realism is really there, you know. It's a really good game, definitely worth the £15 price tag. As you can see, the guys just turned blue. That's mean the fish is tied. Then you can raise it up, press A, bring it in like actually grab his net, and you will get to see it's a carp by the looks of it. Yeah, there we go, mirror carp. See the weight. There we go, type mirror carp. The reward, you get 47 XP and 230 tackle points. The weight, £20, 3 ounces. So each fish you catch, you get more tackle points, which basically the more fish you catch, the more points you get. The more you can spend on bait, line, hooks, rigs, bait. I already said bait, didn't I? Rods, reels, all that sort of stuff. And it also, the XP obviously goes up to there, as you can see, like level 8. So it moves up. Okay, press A to release the fish. The X, what you saw there, we play target info. Basically, if you've got friends that play the game, it'll bring them up and it'll tell you they're best on this lake and you're best on this lake. So if you just caught a fish heavier than them, or if their fish is heavier than yours. Okay, what was this? Rod number 2. So let's get rod number 2 back out there. Hopefully I can master the cast again. Oh, not the best, but that I'll have to do. I want to get the other 2 back out. Right, we're going to put this on a blowback size 6. I find the best rigs on this lake are the blowback size 6 rig and the KD rig in size 10. I think them do me the most justice. I don't know about you guys, but in my personal opinion, they seem to catch me a lot more fish. And the baits are definitely the ones that I'm using. I'm going to put the top, actually I'm going to put the dumbbell out of there. Nope, I messed that cast up. Just press RB to reset your cast once it hits the water instead of reeling all the way back in. Get back out. 26 yards. Okay then. Set rod number 1 back in. Get it back out there. Oh, I've messed this cast up. Bring it back in. Number 2's gone again. Gone. Oh, yeah, it's gone. I left the drag a little bit high there actually. I normally hire it up to 22 once I've put the rod in my hand and I'm playing the fish. I forgot to lower it back down. But anyway, the fish is hooked. Let's try and get this one and show you this one. Then we'll try and catch maybe 1 or 2 more. And that is basically this video, guys. I just wanted to show this video in single player, and I would do a video where we do multiplayer because I've got a couple of friends that play it. Maybe I'll have a little competition and stuff like that. Yeah, there's the fish. It's a carp again. I'm gonna dig back. Told you it's gonna take a dig and try and get it down. Yeah, the depth there, guys, I'm pretty sure. Look, so if you can see, it's 0.5 feet. So I'm sure that's the carp's just above the surface, and that part of the lake, look, is like 5'1" and stuff. I think that's how it works. Number 3 is just gone as well. No, it's just snapped off. I would like to try and land a catfish for you guys because they're a good fight. You actually see the rod bend, then you actually get a bit. Mind you, you can get some big carp in. I think my personal best carp on this lake, I'm sure it's about £18. But over in Spain on the I can't remember the lake's called now, but in the Spanish lake, I pulled in a £37 carp, mirror carp, which was my biggest fish. I actually know a guy on that lake that's actually pulled in a catfish off the Spanish lake, and it was £73, which is pretty cool, man. It's a pretty big fish. I was actually in the game with him at the time, so I took a little walk, which I'll show you in a minute. Well, when I've caught the fish that I wanna, before I finish the video, I'll show you. I'll show you the stalking. We go, just pulling in. It's another mirror carp by the looks of it. Yeah, another mirror. Definitely, anyway, guys. If you are interested in this game, I would recommend it, especially if you're a keen angler. Oh, £19 4 ounces. I think I've beat my personal best. I'll just show you if you press. There we go. Oh no, it isn't. My personal best on this lake is £20 3 ounces. As you can see, I hold the record amongst my friends on this lake so far, which is pretty cool. Let's release him. Yeah, I was saying, if you're a keen angler, you know, and you don't manage to get out as much as you want, this is definitely a good game to like pass the time and give you a bit of. Obviously, it isn't going to be the same feeling. You're not outside and stuff like that, but the realism's there. You know, I know it's just a game, but the realism is there. I really enjoy it. I've been quite addicted since I bought it, actually. Right, let's try and get number 1 back out. Number 2's gone already. It's just hit the floor. Come on, man. Oh, it's took a big one. Come on, put the right time, son. Fuck! Come on! Here we go. Where this is going? Make a goal all day. It's only 11:20 and we've already had, what, 3 fish? Well, this is the third, I'm sure. Is it the third? I don't know where I am, man. Come on. I don't know if you guys can see the t-shirt that my character's wearing. My guy there. But if you can see the M on the back. The t-shirts and the clothing in this game is actually branded. That M. Obviously, anglers will know it's a mainline logo. As you can see, better bait through research is main. Oh shit, I'm in this weeds. Come on. Yeah, it's a mainline logo, and that's they make like bait, they make boilies and stuff like that. And I'm sure them high-vis pop-ups that I'm using, I'm sure they're made by mainline. Because all the bait in the tackle shop is branded as well, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It actually feels like a really good fish, and he's fighting. About 7 yards out. The fish is about 1.2 feet. No, yeah, 1 point. No, it's always took a dive. Come on! I am actually looking on getting some new rods. These are only 9 foot. These are the beginner rods. You'll get these at the start. Everybody gets these rods. I'm saving up now to get the new reels, the big pit reels, and the 12 or 13 foot rods, so I can get longer range. Basically, the bigger your rod, it saves the range, and them ones, I'm sure they go from long range to extreme range, and they're a lot better for a lake like this, which is really open, because there's barely any weed. I haven't found any weed on this lake yet, so to get stuck in. So long range will be a really good fight with a fish. By the looks of it, we have another mirror. Yep, another mirror. Honestly, don't think I've ever caught a common carp out of this lake. You will find, guys, if you use smaller baits as well, like the artificial sweet corn. I stopped using that on this lake because I was just pulling in constant roach all the time. I was pulling in roach after roach after roach, and yeah, it starts to annoy you after a bit because your rod takes a run. You think, yes, I got a fish, and it comes in to be a roach, you know. And it's nothing really worth fighting for. It's a really small size, and it's not what you're looking for, unless you're looking for them. But I will actually show you. I'll actually show you guys. If I put the waggler on, I haven't actually got any bait for the waggler on. Let's try typing. If I stand here, basically press the left stick into a short cast. I'm sure you guys know what waggler floating is, but I'll show you anyway. Drop it in the water. There it is. And as you can see, basically the blue line, as you float, it's above the water. And once it goes like you're doing, you have to do your strike and stuff like that. Try and pull into the fish, which is really good, man. You know, when you're just waiting for your alarms to go off and stuff like that, it passes the time. It's pretty cool, and gives you a little football, you know, watching the float stuff like that. Oh shit! blow back size 6. Let's put the high vis back on. Try and get this back out there. There we go. I'll show you the spod rod actually, which is a 12-foot spod rod. I'm sure you guys know what a spod is. Basically fill it with bait. Choose your thingy, target. Basically any one of your rods. But it always seems to go really far past them. Unless you put the cast. If I put it there, I didn't mean to put it there obviously, but I'm gonna style it out. As you can see, the top has come back up and the brown that's going around it is the bait coming out, which I presume is the bait in the bucket that you guys standing next to. And number one's just gone. I'm just gonna put it down quickly. Yep, number one. This is on the activate boilie, so maybe it's a catfish because I've been putting a lot of catfish on them before. Well, in the past 2 days or so. I caught my first catfish 2 days ago, which was a really good fight, man. It's actually strange, actually. I don't know if that personal best on the lake goes by each fish, because I'm sure the catfish was a lot bigger than that personal best. What was it, 19 pounds? No, 20 pounds or something like that. I can't remember. Number 2's on the run as well. What really annoys me is I know it's just like basically it's just fishing for you, but like number 2 just ran, you know. They can run. I've had a fish run before when I've been playing one on a second rod, and it's ran like 60-70 yards out and then snapped off, and I bet you pick it up and it's like 70 yards out and you're thinking you ran all the way out there then decided to snap, you know. And luckily for reset cast, but if you didn't have reset cast you'd have to reel it all the way back in. Come on. I don't know if you guys saw that fish jump over there by number 3. That's what I mean by the fish that do mog you off sometimes, like they'll be jumping around your bait that just won't take it. Come on. You can up the drag a bit more, but I don't want to put too much strain on the line. I'm trying to get the fish in to show you guys. I'm trying to sort of get the meter up to the exclamation mark so I can show you guys what I mean by when there's number 2 just snapped off. But to get it to the top, so basically I can show you guys when you're putting too much pressure on the line. I can get it to the red, but I can't. If I put it up, it shouldn't really reel when you guys up in here. Doesn't really move the fish. I'd send to do it up. There you go, see the exclamation mark slightly flash. Reel on the way down and pull it up. Reel down, back up. Well, I suppose it's just however you feel comfortable. Also, if you leave too much line off, the fish is tired, here we go. You'll get a blue exclamation mark flash at the bottom. What we got? Looks like a carp. Is it a carp? Yeah, I think it's a carp. I think it's another mirror. There's other fish on here. There's a few species. Oh, it's a common. Well, there you go, guys. We're sharing the moment. That's my first common I've caught on this lake, and we're sharing that moment together. So, £23. That's like the new personal best. Yeah, it goes by each fish. My catfish must have already been £20. Felt bigger. I can't remember. Anyway, let's release that one. And basically what I'm going to do, guys, is if you walk too far away from your peg, it will close. But I'm just going to press B and close it. That is basically what happened. Everything will disappear and you'll hold your rod in your hand. I'm just going to walk around here with you guys. I'm just going to show you a bit of stalking. Hopefully I can tip one off. You're going to do stand here, go into a short cast and just drop it into the... I don't think that works. No. Drop it into the weeds, basically. Short cast is a little difficult to master. No, I think that's a bit too close to the weeds still. Normally you'd like try and tip the fish off. You'd walk around the lake and try and tip them off and see where they are. But basically you drop it in like that, hold it, drop the drag down a little bit, and just wait. But like I said, you'd walk around the lake, find the fish, see them fizzing, see them bubbling, stuff like that. and then you drop a rig next to them and try and hopefully they'll take it. Hopefully you'll get fish, and that's stalking for you guys. Oh, it's gone. Yep, we're in. There we go. I got to show you stalking on video, so I was just about to reset the cast and end the video, but let's bring this one in. It's good the way like you bring it in and you press his catch and his net just miraculously appears, like he just like pulls it out of his pocket somehow. This is always a problem with stalking when it hits the weeds like that. It's a carp. Come on, don't fuck around. Also guys, just wanted to say, a friend told me yesterday when we was playing this game that if you go into a multiplayer game, even if you're not playing with friends and you just do a multiplayer and you host it and just play it on your own, apparently the more fish you land, you earn more tackle points in a multiplayer game than you do like basically freedom fishing it, because you're on a time limit basically, and it goes by the end of the weight, like the end weight that you've got. So if you set the limit for what, half an hour, and you pull in what, 193 pounds worth of fish, at the end, once it's all weighed, it's 193 pounds, and you'll get them tackle points. And I can see why you would actually get more, so maybe it is that way. You do get more tackle points in multiplayer. I guess it's a true statement. I don't know how true it is. Let me know if it does, and then let me know in the comments below, I suppose. This fish is being a bastard. I want to get it in. I want to end the video. I don't want to drag out too long. But no. Come on, you big scally bastard. Also guys, I know this is the first video back on the channel. I will say this quickly. I am back on it now. There's going to be a lot more regular videos, GTA videos, stuff like that. This I will also do a multiplayer video, like I said. I just wanted to show you guys what the game's about, and then I will do some multiplayer videos where I go in little contests against other people and stuff like that. It's only 15:38. Why does it seem so dark? Right, here we go. Look, his net just miraculously appears, and there we go. Oh, the bush is in the way. Come on, man. Well, it's a mirror carp anyway. It will tell you the weight. 23 pounds, 266 tackle points for that fish. Let's release it. Okay, let's jump back to the menu quickly. Yeah, so guys, that is it, man. I'll just knock my mic stand. Yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, I suppose. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. You can find the links below. We are going to do a lot more videos. If you'd like to see more videos like this on this game, then please let me know. I also will do some multiplayer videos on this game as well. I don't think there's anything else on here I need to show you guys. Nope, that's pretty much it. So yeah, have fun with it, man. Multiplayer, live tournaments, academy. You can also do, how do you do it? Game modes. Go to single player. Tournaments, basically that's like matches and stuff where you play against AI players, which is pretty cool. I've done a couple of them, but the time limits are a bit short. Let me just go into one and show you. Oh shit. Right, the time limits are short, like, there you go, I've done them too. If we keep, look, see, the time limits are only 10 minutes, so by the time you get your baits out, get your place baited up and like that, you know, you're only a 5 minutes trying to land a fish, which is pretty, you know, it's not the best, but like I say, it's all fun. That lake there, that's right there, what's that lake called now? I think it's the French lake. It's like a huge donut shape. That really does bring out fish, because the fish are just constantly going round in a circle, so you will land a few fish off that one. I actually won that tournament, which is pretty cool. That was the first time I won. The first one at the observatory lake I can't actually win. It's really annoying because it's such a small amount of time. Yeah, but anyway guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this, follow me on Twitter and hit me up, or you can leave it in the comments below. Like I said, I will do a multiplayer video on this game, but I just wanted to show you what the game was about basically. Like I said again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I've been JBLR Gaming. Enjoy your fishing guys, and maybe I'll see you on the bank sometime. See you soon.